and the snowfall intensity is picking up fast.
And it is going to be coming down in a hurry.
This is what you call rippage.
A blizzard warning is in effect.
Incredible banding setting up. The blizzard of 2018 is raging outside. I'd say we got at least 5 inches. Pretty much a whiteout out here at this point. This is absolutely insane.
Record temperatures can be expected in the northeast.
We've got somewhere on the order of 11 to 12 inches of snow on the ground. Okay, this is January 3rd, 2018, the eve of my birthday, and we have an approaching blizzard about to pound the coastal mid-Atlantic and northeast. And the current time is 10:43 p.m. and this is what the radar looks like. We got blizzard warnings in effect. It's never snowed on my birthday, and it looks like that's going to change this year in a big way. Expecting about 5 to 8 inches of snow here in South Jersey, but as the radar looks right now, and from what many other forecasters are saying, there's definitely the possibility of upwards of a foot of snow here, and locally up to 14 along the coast. And there were 3 to 5 inches, locally up to 7 in South Carolina and North Carolina today. Hilton Island got over an inch of snow. Charleston reported its 3rd highest snowfall ever in its history. I think it was 3rd or 2nd. And this is going to be one hell of a storm undergoing bombogenesis. The storm is expected to reach a pressure sub 960 millibars, likely in the 945 to 950 millibar range. That's about as strong as an extratropical cyclone can ever get this time of year off the coast. Hurricane Sandy was 944 for comparison, so this is going to be one hell of a cyclone, and it's moving very fast, so that's going to limit the snowfall totals because there's no blocking high in place. So if there was a blocking high in place, we'd get 2 feet of snow out of this or even more, and it would be much further inland. But that's not the case. Current temperature is 28 degrees, and temperatures for the last week have been in the low 20s, low to mid 20s for highs, and lows at night have been well into the single digits with a couple sub-zero lows. This morning was 0 degrees. The other night was -1. New Year's Eve was -2, or -1, but it was 2 degrees at midnight for New Year's. And this is what the radar looks like. There's incredibly heavy snow off that Delmarva Peninsula. Current temperature, let's see what that is. Yeah, current temperature is 28 degrees. Relative humidity is 64%. The pressure is dropping incredibly fast, already down to 29.99. That's up from 30.40 earlier today. So yeah, that's what the radar looks like. It is looking really impressive right now.
There was a little bit of sleet because I could hear it a little bit, and then the snow really started coming down, and then it just like that, we got up. We might even have a half an inch or maybe an inch. Now maybe not a full inch yet, but it's starting to pile up, and it's just like that. We went from
Weather Channel has us in 8 to 13 inches of snow here, with a blizzard warning in effect. I'm thinking 5 to 8, but I'm thinking that could be a little low. I'm on a little bit of the conservative side, but we'll see. I can definitely see us getting a foot of snow here. Snow has begun here. It's mainly light, though. Norfolk, Virginia is also under a blizzard warning, and excuse me, Norfolk, Virginia went under their first blizzard warning ever in its history last year on January 7th, 2017. And look at them, they're under a blizzard warning again this year, so that's 2 years in a row with a blizzard warning after not seeing one for their whole history. And the Weather Channel's headline is Frozen America, because the cold has been absolutely incredible. We have had an unbelievably cold stretch of weather here, one of the coldest New Year's and Christmas periods on record. Okay, so it's just before 11 o'clock now, and the snowfall intensity is picking up fast. We were out here just a half hour ago, and it was just a couple flurries. And now we have tons of tiny, tiny little flakes, which is a really good sign. That means the dendritic growth zone is very healthy. The snowfall is picking up in intensity quickly. The flakes are really growing up there in the middle part of the atmosphere. And it's already picking up pretty quickly. Tons of tiny small flakes. That's what you want to see for a snowstorm. They pile up real quick. and it's coming down pretty good already.
With this storm, the impacts we have already seen in the southeast from Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, now into North Carolina, and here in Virginia as well. The snow is coming down. We're looking for it to ramp up during the night. Not just the snow, because it's been pretty heavy. Almost about 3 hours and 40 minutes ago, you could see a brick pathway off in this direction, and then another one in that direction. Not the case now. About an inch and a half of snow has come down, completely white. And just on the other side of the park where those lights are in the distance, that's a road that I can hear the snow crunching under the tires of some of the cars and some of the buses. So traffic is still moving around. That being said, there's not a lot of traffic. And as this storm moves off and into the northeast, it is going to bring some massive travel headaches through the airports. LaGuardia already canceling 90% of their flights, and you can bet trying to drive even to the airports is going to be difficult. This is a look at where the snow is coming down right here, Hampton Roads. We're in Norfolk, Virginia, and this snow, as the snow develops into new areas, as it pushes to the north, it's going to come with it something extra, and that is going to be the wind. New York City, you're on the edge. We are looking to see some snow for you as well, and we can see the timing for this tomorrow morning. Here's the mid-morning hours into the afternoon, and it is going to be coming down in a hurry.
That's heavy snow now.
What time is it now?
It's 5 o'clock. Wait till 2 o'clock. We'll do a 2 o'clock update.
It's just before 2 a.m., January 4th, 2017. The blizzard of 2018 has begun. We're seeing snowfall rates of about 2 inches an hour now. We're looking about that we got an inch or more on the railing. This is what you call rippage. This is incredibly heavy snowfall. Oh my goodness, Dad, this is incredibly heavy. We are sitting in the middle of a deformation band coming off the ocean. The rates on the radar are indicating over 30 dBZs. This is 1 to 2 inches an hour snowfall, folks. It's currently 26 degrees. Winds are coming out of the north with about 15 miles an hour, gusting to 20. This is extremely heavy snow. It's really coming down now. This is rippage. Okay, so here's what the radar looks like. There's the regional radar. Incredible banding setting up. That red plus right there is our location. You can see this very dark blue mesoscale band. That's over 30 dBZs. That's the measure of the precipitation rate. It is coming down hard. Let's see what the temperature is. 26 degrees, 83 relative humidity. Pressure's been dropping like a rock, 29.79 now. And this is what you call rippage, guys. This is very heavy snow. Looks like we're going to get a solid 8 to 12 inches, locally more than that in spots. Blizzard warnings in effect. This is freaking awesome. This is rippage, man. Okay, so it's 5 o'clock in the morning exactly, January 4th, 2018, my birthday. I might sound a little funny because I've been up for a very long time. I haven't slept and probably won't because this kind of stuff gets me excited. And I didn't get much sleep last night either. But here's a current look at the radar for the blizzard of 2018. And one thing that I've noticed over the last hour is the wind has really picked up. We're sustained at over 25 miles per hour now, and winds are gusting well over 30, and we got very heavy snow falling. We've already got 3 inches of snow, expecting 8 to 12, locally 15, and the current temperature is 23 degrees. Pressure's down to 29.59, falling rapidly. And that's just one incredible radar site. I'm really surprised with how far west these mesoscale bands are setting up too. Looks like there could be some surprises in eastern Maryland and parts of northeast Virginia where those heavier bands are setting up. Incredible storm so far. It's going to get bright in a couple hours and we'll really get to see this thing in action. Can't wait until that monster band right there rotates onshore. That's going to be incredible snowfall rates. Okay, it's 7:45 in the morning on January 4th, 2018. The blizzard of 2018 is raging outside. It's the current radar observations. Temperature's down to 23 degrees now. Pressure 2945 dropping. We're in between bands right now. The snow's going to pick up in a little bit though. Okay, it's 8:47 in the morning, so 8:45, and we just have a pretty much a whiteout out here at this point. We got at least 6 inches of snow on the ground, snowing at a rate of 1 to 2 inches an hour, 3 inch an hour rates just offshore, and we're seeing sustained winds at least 30 miles an hour, gusting upwards of 40 miles an hour, at least 41 miles per hour at Atlantic City Airport just recently. It's coming down hard and fast. Temperature's down to 23 degrees now, so we got good ratio snow falling now too. Probably more like 12 or 15 to 1 than your normal 10 to 1 snow to liquid ratio. Yeah, this is a whiteout. Geez, look at that. Camera will never do it justice. Snow's really coming down now. It's just a whiteout. It's extremely heavy snow. This is at least 1 to 2 inches an hour right here. At least. Very heavy snow.
Trust in the Weather Channel.
A blizzard warning is in effect. Currently in our area, 24 degrees, with snow and windy conditions. Today, blizzard conditions likely. High 26. Tonight, partly cloudy and windy. Low 9. Winds could occasionally gust over 40 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Quarter of 11 a.m. We got just about 9 inches of snow on the ground, and the snow continues to come down at a heavy rate. There's a big band sitting just to our east, right along the coast, where it's snowing up to 3 inches an hour. We are just on the outskirts of it, but we're snowing at about a ½ inch an hour here. Okay, this is 2:19 p.m., January 4th, 2018. Blizzard of 2018 is beginning to wind down now. Heavy snow bands beginning to push offshore. Wow, did this storm come far west at the last minute. We ended up with a total around 11 inches of snow here in South Jersey. Locally more to our east, there could be up to 20-inch amounts for coastal ocean counties where there's just this persistent band of 2+ inch an hour rates. And there could be up to 20 inches in parts of Atlantic County as well, mainly along the coast. And this was one intense storm, man. It was a warm seclusion, extratropical cyclone. It looks amazing on the satellite. Try to pull that up real quick. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that right now. But this thing just exploded. The temperature's down to what, 24 degrees now. Pressure's starting to rise now, which means the storm is now pulling away. And it is just a winter wonderland out there. This storm is going to put us well above average for snowfall for the year. I think we're actually sitting at about average with 18 inches of snow for the winter now. And this was just one heck of a storm, man. Boston's getting some really bad coastal flooding. Try to get some of that on camera. Alright, this is just about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Blizzard of 2018 is winding down. We've got somewhere in the order of 11 to 12 inches of snow on the ground, and there's still a little bit of snow left on the radar, so we might get to that 12-inch mark. Dad thinks we already got it. But it definitely looks like coastal ocean, coastal Atlantic, up towards Sandy Hook in the New Jersey. Definitely looks like they should have got at least 15 to 20 inches of snow the way that radar looked like, because we weren't in those bands as long as they were. We got a foot here. I wonder how much they got there. Snow starting to pick up in intensity again. It's not that heavy right now. It's pretty light, but the camera doesn't do it justice. But there's just a good amount of snow here. And winds are gusting well over 40 miles an hour right now. It's absolutely freezing out here. It's 23 degrees. Just have a really nice snowstorm here. New England. Big time snowstorm here. It's cold. Okay, this is January 5th, 2018. Post-storm update. We ended up with 12 inches of snow here in Mays Landing. Atlantic City Airport reported 12.7 inches. And the big winners in New Jersey were Cape May. You know, Margate got 16 inches, Cape May got 17 inches. A bunch of 16 to 17 inch reports out of Ocean County. New York City got just under 10. And the highest totals I could find were in Maine, where widespread 20 to 24 inches fell. But of course, they're always the winner with these kind of storms. And it's only 17 degrees right now. I think it's just before 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're all digging out here in South Jersey. Philadelphia only got 4 inches of snow. So this was a coastal event where there was more snow towards the coast. Rare. And that's been actually happening a lot the last couple of years, where the coast gets more. Usually it's the opposite, where the coast turns to snow, then rains, then changes to rain, and then Philly gets it all. Not with this storm, and it was a true blizzard. True blizzard. Just enjoying the snow here. Wind chill's currently in the single digits. It's only 17 degrees, and it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Tonight's going to go down into the low single digits, maybe below 0, depending on the wind. But Saturday, tomorrow's only going to be in the teens. And then Saturday night and Sunday morning, it's really going to drop well below 0, temperature-wise. Sunday highs are in the low 20s, And then next week it looks like it's just going to start warming up. And when I say warming up, just back to normal. You know, temperatures in the upper 30s to low 40s. Possibly a little more snow, but we'll see. We are expecting a big warm up in the mid to late January. A January thaw is on the way, it looks like, assuming that the ensemble forecasts are right and that the MGO phase 4 is going to change it. But even if we do get a nice warm up here in the middle to the end of January, winter should come back in February once the MGO rotates back into phases, back into the cold phases. Because with this pattern, I can see it definitely coming back once we get out of the thaw. Strong east base La Nina. Very, very cold here. It's been cold since Christmas. One of the coldest stretches I've seen in a long time. Well, in a long time, but in terms of longevity. Because in 13-14 and 14-15, those winters were extremely cold all the way through. And this year it's just been 3 weeks straight of low 20s and single digits for lows. While we had that at times, multiple times during those other winters, it was, you know, in and out. It would warm up for a couple days and it would come back. But this is just consistent, deep frozen America. 4 inches of snow all the way down to Florida. Parts of South Carolina got 6 to 7 inches of snow. Charleston, South Carolina got 5 inches of snow. Second biggest snowstorm on record down there. And the first big storm since 1989. The 1989 storm has the record with 6 inches. So we're digging out here. A foot of snow. Not the biggest snowstorm I've seen. I've seen plenty of snowstorms with more snow than this, but what made this storm special was the wind. The winds were incredibly strong, and it just was a pure blizzard. There's been other storms where we've gotten 2 feet of snow, which are awesome storms, but this one was just crazy wind and heavy snow for the 12 hours that it came. Started on the eve of January 4th. It started like around 10 o'clock January 3rd. Got heavy around 1 in the morning, and then it just snowed all the way till about noon, heavily, all the way till about noon on January 4th, and then it was light snow all the way to nightfall. But and that was an incredible storm. The only thing that kept us from getting more than 2 feet of snow out of this storm was it was moving so fast. That storm just rode up the coast at a very, very fast speed because there were no blocking high pressures in place. And if that thing slowed down or even stalled, who knows how much snow we would have got here and how bad it would have been. But yeah, we got a good amount of snow here. This 12 inches of snow is the biggest snow we've had since Jonas in 2016, where we got 16 inches. But we got duped out of that one. Philly got like 22 inches, and everybody in eastern PA and northern New Jersey got 30 plus. But we're digging out here. Tons of snow. Birds feeding. About to put out more food for them because this next stretch is going to be so cold. They're gonna need this food. Alright, well that's just going to about wrap it up. I'm done filming for this system, and hopefully we'll get more in February.